Hi, this is Sarah Meixel with thepigsite.com, and today we're here with Reid Phillips. He is the technical manager for PRRS with Boehringer Ingelheim Vet Medica. So thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you,
Reid.
Sarah. Good morning.
Tell me a little bit about PRRS.
Well, PRRS is a virus, single-stranded RNA virus. That's pretty technical, but in more basic terms, it's a virus that has both a reproductive and a respiratory component in the swine herds that we work with. In the reproductive component, as a reproductive pathogen, it can cause reproductive failure in breeding herds and cause abortions or abortion storms in breeding herds. Weak, listless, non-viable pigs born to sows that do farrow. It can cause sow mortality. A pretty devastating virus in the breeding herd. Okay, in the growing pig, it causes it is a respiratory, part of a respiratory complex, but by itself, it'll cause what we call interstitial pneumonia, which tremendously impacts the health and performance of pigs. So, kind of a two-pronged approach to the virus. It can cause devastating consequences in the breeding herd as well as the growing pig. The economic impact is severe. Even today, it's still the most economically significant virus in the U.S. industry. Studies such as that done by Dr. Daryl Holtkamp at Iowa State suggest that it costs the U.S. industry upwards of $650 million annually. I think rough math would point that at about $1.8 million per day. Those are huge numbers.
Yeah, huge.
And I think he would also suggest that probably 65% of those costs incurred are in the growing pig population. So we're at a meeting here, a seminar, symposium, and much of the focus has been on how to best control the virus, not only in breeding herds, but in growing pigs, because the economic impact is so high there. They represent the large majority of the pig population. And we not only want to control the virus and improve health and performance in the growing pig, improve profitability, but that's also a population or phase of production that reservoirs a lot of the virus, okay? So in an effort to reduce, risk of shed, transmission, and spread of the virus within and between population, it makes sense that we not only want to improve health and performance, but we want to use control methodologies that reduce the amount of circulating virus within growing pigs. And so lots of really good presentations today that have talked about field applicable research, the role of immunity and vaccine-derived immunity to help us achieve those goals and objectives.
Very good. And it sounds like this isn't something producers, they just can't ignore it. If they've got a problem, they need to put together a management strategy to solve it.
Yes, and they do. And because it is economically significant. And I think with PRRS, it's a very challenging virus, so we look at a holistic approach, kind of a whole herd approach. Let's control it in the breeding herd, stabilize breeding herds, wean negative pigs, and if those pigs are moved to sites or locations where the risk of PRRS infection is high, they should be vaccinated so they can mitigate the consequences of those infections, so kind of a two-pronged approach in that regard. And I think vaccine and vaccine-derived immunity plays a really important part in that control strategy, but it's just one of the tools in the toolbox. I think you need to incorporate vaccine and immunity along with other complementary components of PRRS control that include biosecurity and pig flow and other things. And if you can package all those things into a really good PRRS control program, you'll definitely move the needle and improve performance relative to PRRS.
Very good. Thanks so much for your time and all the information, Reid.
Thank you, Sarah.
This is Sarah Meixel with thepigsite.com.